online crew, and welcome to today's live where I'm going to talk about 5 common mistakes that people make on their Facebook personal profile when building their business online. And this is predominantly where you're building your business from. Now, those of you watching from Instagram, I am talking about a Facebook personal profile. Oh, I spilled water on me. The people on Instagram can see that. I am talking about Facebook, but it is still relative to like an Instagram, Instagram profile as well. So you can relate it to kind of any kind of platform that you're on where you're majority building and, on that platform for your business. Okay, hope that makes sense. Thank you if you're watching live, because I am live 2 hours earlier than I normally would be, because I'm hosting a webinar shortly and I've got a whole lot of calls on. So I just had to adjust my schedule for that today. So if you are joining me live, great to see you here. So say hello so I can give you a shout out in a second. Just a couple of reminders. If you didn't catch our Clubhouse replay this week, absolutely do that. It's really important for people in this industry to listen to that discussion regarding how events can actually and what your company does can help build your business. And coaching community members, if you didn't watch my training yesterday where I shared my screen, shared my phone on the screen and went through 6 practical stories examples, you've got to catch that replay. It's absolute gold. Get you ahead of the crowd, eyeballs on you. Sorry, I'll stop that dinging there. You just got to watch that training. Okay, so let's get straight into it. If you're here with me live, say hello. We've got Beth. Hello, Beth. How are you? Thank you for saying hello. Beth's one of our VIP concierge members and one of our VIP mentorship students, and very helpful to me in my community. So great to see you on. Anyone else that's live, say hello. So I'm going to get straight into it. 5 common mistakes. And the reason that I'm talking about this, I actually had a different topic for today, but I switched it up because at the timing of this video, I'm actually reviewing all our VIP mentorship students, their socials and things like that. By the way, my VIP mentorship program is open. It only opens twice a year. It's open at the moment for intake to start on the 1st of April. If you know you need mentorship, you need guidance, you need accountability, you need a roadmap to follow, you need to get organized, all those kind of things, just put VIP in the comments or reach out to me personally in Messenger so you can just have a look at the information and see if it might be a good fit for you. So at the moment, I'm reviewing the VIP stuff, and there's still stuff that needs improving on their personal profiles. So I thought this is a discussion that needs to be had over and over and over again. So I wanted to share with you my thoughts around this, because a lot of you are missing opportunities, or you get really disappointed with not getting many results through, what you do on social media, but you're just not doing the right things. You don't have the right content out there. So here's the 5 things. And there's 3 questions I want you to ask yourself after I've gone through these 5 things. Okay. First thing is your banner. This is what I want you to realize about your personal profile. If it's not even predominantly where you build, maybe you've got business pages or groups, Facebook groups, or you're on Instagram or whatever it is. If you are building, on Facebook in any capacity, just remember, this is where people go to check you out. So let's say you've been taught and told, and, a mission of yours is to increase your network, which you need to do. You need to get new eyeballs on you all the time. Okay. So you friend request a lot of people. What's the first thing that you go and do when somebody friend requests you and you make a decision whether to accept the friend request or not? What a majority, maybe not all of you, but hey Brian, what a majority of you going to do when somebody sends you a friend request that you don't know? Put it in the chat. What are you the comments? What would you go and do? Okay. And even if you accept the friend request and say, oh, they look like a nice person just on the surface of it, and you accept their friend request, what are you then going to do? So either way, what is your first action going to be when somebody tries to connect with you on social media? Brian's got it over here on Instagram. Yes, Beth's got it. Anna's got it. Go straight to their profile. Like Anna said, check them out. Like Beth said, do not underestimate the power of how your Instagram looks, your bio and whatever, if that's where you're hanging out, or your Facebook personal profile. It's absolutely 100% your billboard. You've got seconds to make an impression. Seconds. Yeah, if you want to build on social media and build your network, even if you, one of the strategies that you're doing is you network in groups. Okay, where are you networking from? Your personal profile. If you're networking and following somebody on a business page, like you guys that are commenting here on my live, I'm live on my business page, I'm live in my group, I'm live on Instagram, and I'm live on YouTube. You're commenting from, like on Facebook land, you're commenting from your personal profile. So if I don't know you and think, oh, that was a really good comment that they left, I wonder who that is. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with that name. What am I going to go and do? I'm going to go and check out your profile. So if that's not only if it's the main place that you're hanging out, just recognize that however you network through Facebook, it's from your profile predominantly. You can network from a business page if you've got one, but predominantly you're going to network from your personal profile. So you've got like 3 seconds or less these days to make an impression. So the first thing they're going to see is your banner. What does it say? What does it look like? Is it just you and your family, which means kind of nothing to anybody else other than you might be a parent or a grandma or something like that? Like, I would highly recommend you have some kind of positive, inspirational wording on your banner. Let people see in seconds that you're somebody that's, looking on the brighter side of life. Like mine says, if you want opportunities, you've got to go and create them. Like somebody would get an instant impression of what kind of person I am from that kind of message. Like, I'm in business, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm building businesses, online, all that kind of stuff. Like I'm talking about, if you want opportunities, you've got to go and create them. They don't just happen. Like instantly, that wording is saying something about me and what's important to me. Okay, nice picture of myself. Do not have a picture of a sunset or like it's you're your brand on your personal profile. So, it's not so important necessarily to show your face on your banner if you've got a really good personal profile picture. But just think about that, how your banner can really represent what you want people to know about you. You could have a banner that has different photos on it. One might be health, one might be, you can have different kind of photos on your banner. Even just think about what your banner represents for you. The other thing is the personal profile picture. Is it really old? Is it like, can people actually even see your face? So important that you are easily recognizable via your profile pic on any platform. Because what people recognize first is visual. People look at images before they look at words. So what has your profile picture got of you? If it's difficult to see you, or it's you and 100 other people in there, if it's of a cat, if it's a dog, change it. Change it to a nice picture of yourself that's current, that's relevant, that people can recognize you. Okay, so that's number 2. Number 1's your banner. Number 2 is the profile picture. Number 3 is your bio. If you want to attract more customers and you want to attract more teammates, in that little bio that you've got either in Instagram or on Facebook, you've got to tell people what you want to know about them, like know about you in like seconds. So if you've got wife, grandmother, researcher, quilt maker, all those kind of things that don't actually say anything about what it is you do or how you can help people, you're missing the prime real estate opportunity that you've got in front of you. So have a look at what you've written in your bio, and does it reflect what you want people to know about you? Now, remember why I'm honing in on this, because a lot of you build your business via your personal profile. But when I scan people's personal profiles, even those that I work with closely in my VIP program, it's like, well, there's actually nothing here that talks about multiple streams of income or a business opportunity or the challenges of, inflation or interest rates rising. And that's not just my country, that's around the world. Like, what's the dialogue you're having with people to let them know what you do? Same with if you represent health and wellness or finance or jewelry or travel, or is there anything there that shares with me what you do? So many of you are missing that. And there's 3 questions. Hold on to this for a minute. There's 3 questions that you need to ask yourself once I get through these 5. So number 1's the banner. Number 2, the profile pic. Number 3, the bio. Number 4 is what I'm talking about right now. Are you letting people know through your content what it is that you do? People won't scan that long. They might go 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe a little bit longer if they're checking you out. And literally there's like 2 or 3 seconds, guys, there where people will make that decision about you. So what's in those posts for somebody to go, okay, they look like a cool person, or they look like an interesting person, or, oh yeah, I can totally relate to what they're saying about that. How relatable to you? What's the conversation that you're having on your socials, on your actual news feed that represents what you do and how you can help people? So those of you listening, how many of you know, oh, I probably don't do a very good job of that, or I don't share enough of how I can actually help people, with the products that you have, or I'm not really talking much about, the business side of things. And it's not join my opportunity, join my network marketing team. It's not that conversation. It's about a conversation that makes you relatable about the struggles that people have with money. Are any of you having that conversation on your personal profile? Okay. If you I have people that say all the time, it's not working. I'm not getting anything from my personal profile. It's like, okay, let's go and have a look. It's like, I don't even know what you do. I wouldn't have a Jats cracker the idea that you sell any kind of health and wellness products or whatever it is that you do, relate that to, what you do in a business. You've got to constantly dot it in. So number 3, to wrap that up, because it's a lot of words. Sorry, number 4 is if you want to attract people, you have to, like customers and teammates, you have to let people know what you do on your profile. You have to talk about it. So many of you don't, and you wonder why that you're not getting any sales or not getting interest on a team member. Or here's the kicker. You might be one of those people that every now and again you put something up about a product that you're using and you think it's a really good post and you've put a lot of time and effort into writing it and putting it up, but you only do it every now and again. And the business one, maybe somebody's doing a business opportunity and you put a post up, come and listen to what it is that we do. But for the weeks leading up to it and the months leading up to it, there's no context around it. There's no story. There's no journey. So one post about come and listen to what we do, or one post about I'm using this product and it's awesome, and you put it up and you get crickets. The reason behind that is you're not sharing the journey on an ongoing basis. You're not sharing how you can help people with their health or their travel or, how they look or, whatever it is that you do for a business. You're not sharing the journey of the struggles that people are having with money. The fact that people have got more bills coming in than money coming in. And at the end of the month, that's scary. And I don't know about you guys, but the Australian interest rates have gone up for the 10th time in a row. People are struggling out there. I often talk about multiple streams of income. That's a conversation I have often. So when I open the door for somebody to look at what I'm doing, build your own economy through your own, business expenses, like what I can offer through my opportunity, it's not cold. It's not out of left field. I've been sharing the journey. So this is what you need to do either on Instagram or, your personal profile. It's not just that one post that you put all that effort into and writing and then you get crickets and you're like, oh, it just doesn't work. You're not sharing enough of your journey. Okay. So number 4 was you have to let people know what you do if you're going to attract them to you, because unfortunately for a lot of people, it's not as quick as you think it might be. And this is why people give up all the time, is because their expectation is totally skewed. They go on social media, they do a few posts, they don't get any traction, they don't think it works, and then they bail. But you need to share the journey on social media. Unless you're an influencer and you've got a huge audience and everybody hangs off every word that you say on social media, if that's not you, you need to share the journey of what it is that you're doing and how you help people and how that's changing your life, and the amazing team that you work with and the fun that you're having and how they're winning, and all those kind of amazing things. So then when you do put that post up about a product that you're using and you open the door like 5% discount, come and get it type thing, which is not really a good post. But if you've been sharing the journey, it's not offensive to people. If you put up a post that opens the door for somebody to listen to what you do, and you've been sharing the journey of this business that you're building and the challenges of money and why building a business online is the way to go, and the struggles that people are having out there, and have you ever thought of an income stream, when you've been sharing the journey on your socials constantly, then it might just, when you put that opportunity out there, come and have a listen to what we do. They're like, actually, I might check this out, because they've been sharing so much about it. Do you know how many leaders that I hear say they were following me for X amount of months? They followed my journey for quite a while and then decided to reach out. So what are you doing on your newsfeed to enable that opportunity for yourself somewhere in the future? It's the work that you do now that will pay off in the months to come. But if you're not really active, and it's all personal stuff, like that, you're not feeding in stuff about how you can help people with your products, or how you can help people with, or have they ever thought about a side opportunity to, supplement their income, those kind of things, it's going to fall a little bit flat. So this is where number 5, we really need to think about. I talk about this over and over again, so I'm going to say it again because it's missing a lot, is your 5 content buckets. So what does that represent for you? And stay in that lane, okay? Stay in these lanes. So that might represent, for somebody, for me, it's family. I'm always going to share the fun things that I'm doing with my family and friends and stuff like that. People love seeing photos of people. Some of you don't have enough photos of yourself. Go and scroll your profile or your Instagram and have a look at the engagement of something like a quote or something like that versus something where you've got a picture of yourself having fun with friends. Have a look at the difference of engagement. So sharing family, friends, fun times. Some of you might say, I don't go anywhere, I don't have any family, I just sit at home or whatever. Think of creative things. Think of behind the scenes things that you can share. You're watching this training. You could take a selfie of yourself watching my training and say, light bulb moment, with building my business on social media. So it's you sharing, but you're indirectly telling people, oh, they've got a business that they build online. I didn't even know that. Like all those kind of things. People love behind the scenes stuff. Okay, so share more of that if you don't go many places, do many things, or have family around you. Okay, so for me, it's definitely family. You'll see a lot of fun things. I love having fun. I love sharing that. And people are drawn to that. People are drawn to people that are having fun and, doing things, or, the other thing in with that is inspiration. So I will share inspirational messages, motivational messages, things about, why do we care about so much what people think? Like we only hold ourselves back, etc., etc. That kind of vision, or inspirational quotes, those kind of things, because everybody can relate to it. So many people are struggling out there. They're struggling with self-belief. They're struggling with, really going after what they want because they're too worried about what everybody else thinks. Like, talk the language of people that struggle. If you're struggling with it, I guarantee there's a lot of other people struggling out there with it. So have that conversation. Okay, for me, it'll be multiple streams of income, being an entrepreneur, the challenges that are out there with the interest rates and inflation and all those kind of things. So I'm talking about my business opportunity. I will dot in there something about a product. I don't lead with the product, but you'll find more in my stories. But I will every now and again put in my newsfeed something about something that I'm using, and I get sales from that. But I don't do it all the time, but I will dot it in because it's one of my content buckets. And then something that's unique to you, maybe like a hobby. What's something that you like to do? Do you ride horses? Do you knit? Do you cook? What's your thing? Because you can find a whole lot of people that can relate to you regarding hobbies that you might have. And what this is all about is relatability. Okay. So here's the 3 questions I want you to think. So I wrote these down. I'll just look at them. This is what I want you to evaluate for yourself regarding how you show up on your socials. So, okay, question number 1. Are people getting to know you through your profiles? So really think about that. What are you sharing that helps somebody get to know you? So I was looking at somebody's profile yesterday, and they're on a bit of a mission at the moment to friend request people and build up their network. Awesome. Remember what I said at the very beginning of this video. Two things people will do. They'll either look at the profile first and work out whether they want to accept it, or they'll accept it and then go and have a look. They just press accept and then go and have a look. So your profiles wherever you're hanging out is just so important. But you've got seconds for somebody to learn something about you, to get an impression from you, to feel like you're a positive person. So if it's just kind of like a quote, a photo with no description, not saying anything meaningful behind it, a reel or something that doesn't really have any context behind it. Like maybe you think you've got a mixture of content, but if you go and scan your own profile, it's like, okay, if I thought a stranger was coming here and having a look at my profile, what would they learn about me if I went scroll? Go and do that. If people aren't learning a little bit about what you do, who you are, how inspiring you are, you look on the positive side of life, if they can't get that impression within a few seconds, then you really need to reassess and reevaluate what you're putting, on your news feed. Okay. So that question one, are people getting to know you? So if it's very superficial, if you've got a lot of shared content and a lot of quotes and you think you're being really positive, but it doesn't help me get to know you, like I can't learn anything about who you are and what you do and what you represent and how you can help people, you're missing the boat with your content. So that's question number one. Are people getting to know you through your content? So do a scan and have a think about that. Question number two, are you helpful to people? If you want to sell more stuff, you want people to join your team, they need to know that you're the one that can help them do that. So are you being helpful to people? What content are you sharing that lets them know maybe they could help me with that? So that could relate to products that you sell, or it could relate to joining a business opportunity. Excuse me. But how are you being helpful to people? You've got to have content for people to know how you can help them. Okay, so does your content represent that? How you can help people? You've got to have like the impression in your content of how you can help people. Let people know what you do. So within those few seconds, it's like, oh, they do that. Maybe they could help me with this health issue, or maybe they could help me learn about this online business stuff. Like you've got to let people know how you can help them. So does your content represent that? The third question, are you having a conversation with your audience, or are you talking at people? Massive difference in respect with how people perceive you. If you're talking at people, people will judge you. If you're having a conversation in your content, then that creates relatability, human rapport. And when people relate to you, they'll stay with you and they'll stay following you. So if you're talking at people, like maybe you've done some attraction marketing training and you have to give value, but that give value is all about information and you're just talking at people, it will fall flat and you will wonder why you're not getting any traction on your socials. So what I said to one of my VIP students yesterday is kind of treat your social media a little bit like a journal. Talk openly, authentically, genuinely. Have a conversation. Ask questions in your content. So have you ever thought about, for me, blah, 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 and I was thinking about, blah, blah, blah. You have a conversation and a story in your content rather than going, are you stressed? Stress can do this for your body. Stress can do that for body. That's talking at people. It's information. Yeah, it might be important, but you're not having a conversation with your audience. Conversation creates human rapport. When you've got human rapport, you have relatability. People will relate to people, relate to you, and people go into business with people that they know, like, and trust. Okay, so this is my three questions are around that. Are people getting to know you? Are they getting to know you? Are they legitimately getting to know you through your content with what you're sharing? Two, are you likable? Are you having some fun? Are you sharing some inspiration? Are you sharing from the heart? Are you creating that relatability? That's likability when somebody can relate to you. Okay, so the know, the like, and the trust is you got to share the journey. People have got to trust that you can actually help them by sharing content of how you can help them, stories about people that are winning in your team, testimonials from people that have used your products like that. You've got to build trust with people. No one's going to buy anything off you if they can't establish trust, from what you put out there on your content. So they're the three questions that I won't repeat them just because of time. I've got to jump on another call in 4 minutes. So it's about building up the know, like, and trust. So really let the walls down. Some of you might just need to be more authentic, more real, and how you can really speed this up, guys, is in your stories. Coaching community members, go and watch that replay of what I shared with you yesterday of amazing ideas to put in your stories. So newsfeed is one thing. Stories is where you can get really real. It's where you can get brave with your products. It's where you can get brave with opening the door for people to look at your business opportunity. But the stories don't mean much if you're not sharing the journey on your newsfeed. Okay? So I really hope you listen to those 5 common mistakes and write down those 3 questions and really meaningfully look at those questions that I shared with you and the reasons behind it that I've explained in this video, and think about how you're showing up. You'll get many more results in your business and sell more of your stuff if you concentrate on the things that I've shared in this video. Okay, your newsfeed is one thing, but flood your stories. Get in there in stories. Newsfeed, you don't really want more than 1 post a day. At most, you could go a couple of days, maybe 3 days tops without something. Don't go any longer than that. But stories, you should be in there every day, all day, sharing your products, sharing what you're doing, sharing a thought, sharing, the struggles that you're having financially, sharing the struggles that you're having with your health, whatever it is, just real, raw and authentic, because that's how people are going to bond with you and want to buy something off you or go into your business opportunity because they know you, they like you, and they trust you. Okay, I really hope this video is meaningful. Please tag all your friends in this industry. This is more important than you think, but this is the foundation. Before you go and learn all the fancy stuff that you guys want to learn about building a business on social media, a lot of you are missing the foundation of how you actually need to show up on your socials. Okay, so I really hope this was helpful. As I said, tag your friends in it. Again, if anyone, you want to look at my VIP mentorship program and really get into the gritty of this kind of stuff and let me help you, just reach out to me regarding that information and I'll share that with you. So for now, I've got to go. This is my last video for the week. So I will be back with you next week with more great training. Don't forget, I've got a TikTok bootcamp, a free one at the end of March. That information is coming very soon. Okay, so have an awesome weekend and I'll catch you next